Hi, it's me, Dr. Prasad Podil. I'm continuing my classes on my YouTube channel, My Intuition. I'm giving regular class as well as entrance coaching classes for 10 plus 1 first PUC or 10 plus 2 second PUC students. So if you forward this information to the students or to their parents, it will be more useful for them. Or if you're a student, please watch my video completely. Give your feedback or doubts to the comment box or to the WhatsApp number which is displayed on the screen. This particular class is for haloalkanes and haloarenes, class number 8, beta elimination reaction and Chaser's rule I will be explaining here. So elimination reaction, we know there are many types of elimination reactions in which the alkyl halide or haloalkanes mainly gives dehydrohalogenation reactions. So elimination reaction are those in which the organic molecule, it loses or it eliminates a group of atoms or molecules to give the corresponding product. Then the organic molecule, when it eliminates, it loses, it undergoes rearrangement. Electronic rearrangement takes place and to get the stability. So we call it as elimination reaction. In elimination reactions, the alpha, beta, gamma carbon atoms as well as hydrogen atoms are have importance. Mainly the beta carbon or beta hydrogens are more important. So we'll see what are alpha, beta, and gamma carbon first. So I took the example molecule, organic molecule with five carbon atoms. Five carbon atoms we call it as pentane. Okay, so here pentane, no, it is not pentane as such. It has got a bromine molecule attached to that. It is 3-bromo pentane. So in 3-bromo-pentane, here we have treated the bromine atom as the functional group. Therefore, the carbon which connected to the bromine atom we call it as alpha carbon. Okay, so naming is done already. So the first carbon is the one which connected to the functional group. We call it as alpha carbon. Okay. The next two carbons which are connected to the alpha carbon, the carbon which are connected to alpha carbon is known as beta carbon, and the carbon atoms which are connected to beta carbon we call them as gamma carbons. And the naming goes in the alphabetical order of Greek alphabetical order, alpha, beta, gamma, delta, like that it goes. Okay, so yeah, I'm not going more than gamma. Even gamma carbon also don't come in our discussion as such. So beta, we will limit up to beta. So alpha and beta mainly we consider. See, the hydrogen atom which is connected to the alpha carbon, we can call them as alpha hydrogen. Okay, easy to give the name. And the hydrogen which are connected to the beta carbon, we call them as beta hydrogen. So here four beta hydrogen atoms are there. And the hydrogen atom which are connected to the gamma carbon, we can call them as gamma hydrogen. Okay, so total 6 gamma hydrogens are there in this particular molecule. Okay, that is about alpha, beta, gamma carbon atoms and hydrogen atoms. Now, elimination reaction with haloalkanes or alkyl that is dehydrohalogenation. Dehydrohalogenation means removal of hydrogen and halogen. Dehydration. Or that, okay, that D means removal. So we usually say that we feel lot of dehydration. Dehydration means we are losing much of our water content from our body. So we call it as dehydration. Okay, so dehydrohalogenation means a lot of so say hydrogen and halogen is removed. Therefore, the word dehydrohalogenation reaction. Okay, so dehydrohalogenation reaction of this particular molecule with the 3 carbon atoms with the proper. So it is proper. So 2-bromopropane. Okay, so when hydroxyl group say reacts with the potassium hydroxide or sodium hydroxide ion, that is OH minus. OH minus, in presence of that, this bromine, it can take the electron of that C-Br bond and it becomes Br minus. The carbon will become corresponding carbocation, and one of the hydrogen, that is the beta position, the beta hydrogen, it is taken up by the hydroxide ion. It becomes water molecule. That CH bond shift back to the carbocation, near carbocation, to stabilize the carbocation. Okay, so Br minus goes away, a positive charge to the carbon, water molecule is removed. Okay, hydrogen is removed as a proton H plus. The double bond is formed and the charge is neutralized. The positive charge is neutralized, and we got a product, a molecule which is having double bond. We call them as alkenes. Okay, so for dehydrohalogenation of alkyl halides, we end up with alkenes. Okay, if this type of beta elimination reaction takes place, okay, we are getting alkenes. we call it as beta elimination. Okay, so here not only that particular hydrogen which is removed, even this hydrogen also can be removed to give the beta elimination, and two more hydrogens are there, they can also be removed to get the corresponding beta elimination. All the product formed will be the same because only three carbon atoms are there, therefore position 1 will be the same, whether it is right side or left side, the double bond will be in position number 1 only. Okay, so we call it as beta elimination reaction. We'll take an example, a higher alkyl halide with more than 3 carbon atoms, say 4 carbon atoms, and it is connected to the second carbon. So it is 2-bromo-butane. Okay, so 2-bromo-butane on a reaction with the alcoholic potassium hydroxide, alcoholic KOH, on heating, observe that two products are formed, that but2-ene 80 percentage or 81 percentage, and but1-ene that is 20 percentage or 19 percentage. Okay, some textbook it is written 19 percentage, some textbook we can see it as 20 percentage. So 80 and 20, that is easy to remember, therefore 80 percentage and 20 percentage. Okay, so but2-ene, that means double bond is at carbon atom 2, and but1-ene, that is double bond at carbon atom 1. Okay, so we'll see why this happening, what are the possibilities why a more percentage of 80 percentage of but2-ene is formed than but1-ene, that I can explain here. So I took the same molecule. I took the same molecule, and we know that CBr bond, it is polar bond. Okay, due to the presence of bromine atom, bromine is highly electronegative, and it has got electron pulling. It will pull the electron from the carbon atom. Okay, from the molecule, from the carbon, it pulls towards the bromine, its atomic orbital. Therefore, we can say that carbon is having a partial positive charge. Bromine will get a partial negative charge, and also we have alkyl groups connected to that. Say ethyl group is connected towards the left side, which has got a electron pushing effect or plus inductive effect. Inductive effect is there, therefore towards the carbon more electron density is coming. Even right side another methyl group is there, that is also having electron pushing effect, therefore more electron density is coming to the carbon atom. Therefore the bromine already trying to pull electrons, and electrons are supplied to that carbon, at that carbon which is connected to bromine. So in that case, if a hydroxide ion, say from the KOH, that one which is going to react, that is hydroxide. So if that hydroxide ion comes, it will at that time what will happen. So now the hydroxide ion which is coming, if you see the three-dimensional structure, if I see, then only I can make it more clear. Okay, so in the screen if you look, okay, so screen you can say that this is the alpha hydrogen. So it is near to hydroxide ion here, but actually it is not near to that hydroxide ion, it is far away from that. Whereas the other hydrogen atoms, are near to hydroxide ion, that I want to show first. That's why I took this model. Okay, so here the red color flag represents a CBr bond. Okay, and other hydrogen atoms, hydrogen bonds I am not represented here, and I didn't represent another alkyl group here. I restricted to 3 carbon atoms. I just wanted to say that the alpha hydrogen is not near to the hydroxide ion when it comes to react in that particular position. Okay, so this is the structure. Okay, so an example, so this is the Br bromine. Okay, so since the bromine is present here, the hydroxide ion cannot come from this side because both are having same charge. Okay, this is negative charge, hydroxide ion also having negative charge, therefore it will not come from this side, whereas hydroxide ion will be coming to from the opposite side, with opposite side of that of the halogen. Okay, so hydroxide ion will be coming from this side. So when hydroxide comes from this side, these hydrogens are near to the hydroxide ion, not the one hydrogen which I am holding here. Okay, I'm not holding the hydrogen. Okay, so suppose this is the hydrogen which is connected to the alpha carbon. So this is alpha hydrogen. Okay, which is, say in screen if you look, say this hydrogen, alpha hydrogen, it is far away from the hydroxide ion, and whereas these hydrogen which are now it is beta hydrogen. So beta hydrogens are near to that of a hydroxide ion. Therefore, anyhow, beta elimination takes place, not the alpha hydrogen. Don't worry. Okay. So don't worry about this arrangement. This hydrogen is not near to that hydroxide ion, whereas these hydrogen Okay, these three and these two hydrogens are somewhat near to the hydroxide ion when it comes to react. Okay, so which molecule can react? So at this presence, when hydroxide ions comes to react, already the bromine has got electron pulling effect. The alkyl groups are also supporting that, and another chemical, another molecule is coming to react, attacking reagent. Therefore, the bromine feels that okay, this is the right time, I can move away. Okay, so Br will go away, becoming Br minus ion because it takes the two electrons which is shared by the carbon and bromine. Okay, so Br get two electrons, therefore it is negative charge. Carbon loses and it becomes corresponding carbocation. So a carbocation is formed. Now the carbocation its stability. Okay, so it is an intermediate molecule is formed. It is not the final product. The intermediate, so it will exist there for a fraction of seconds only. But how it is formed, whether it is formed or even intermediate also, it is a product. It has to be formed. It can be formed only if it is stable. If it is not stable, then that particular intermediate also will not be formed. Okay, so here it has got two alkyl groups, one ethyl group towards the left side and one methyl group towards the right side. Okay, these two alkyl groups are has got inductive effect, electron giving. They are giving electron towards the carbon with a positive charge. Therefore, somewhat the carbocation is stable. Okay, it getting electron, it's getting support from both sides, alkyl groups. Okay, so here even another group inside that ethyl group, we can say a methyl group is there, which is also having that electron, the electron inductive effect. Inductive effect goes to up to third carbon atom. Okay, so the positive charge can be neutralized by inductive effect. Another possibility is with the hypoconjugation. The hypoconjugation, say majority, I can say that more probability say that it is with the hyperconjugation or no bond resonance. The hydrogen CH bond, the electrons completely shifted towards the carbon, giving a double bond here. Then the positive charge neutralizes, H will become H plus. Then the next CH bond, the electron shift here, you be giving a double bond here, H will become H plus, and this positive charge is neutralized. Or the next hydrogen, it shift here, CH, not hydrogen, the CH bond electron shift here to become carbon-carbon double bond. The hydrogen will become positive charge H plus. The charge on that carbon will be neutralized. Or towards, or with the two hydrogens present in the left side. Okay, so totally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hyperconjugating resonance structures are possible. Therefore, that also stabilizes the carbocation. Okay, so now here the possibility of hyperconjugation in that also, that is H becoming H plus. It is more in case of the carbon which is towards the left side or which is connected to another methyl group. Okay, so here this methyl group has got an inductive effect. Therefore, this carbon can give more electrons easily because already it gets more electron. So than the hydrogen present in this particular right side right side methyl group, the hydrogen present in that, than that of that, the hydrogen present in this particular carbon has got the tendency to lose electrons. 80% chances are there because already another alkyl group or methyl group which is pushing electron towards that. Therefore, it can give the electron easily. Okay. Therefore, this is the possibility, not this one. Okay, that possibility is very less. The hydrogen present on the right side giving the electron towards the carbocation, that possibility is less, whereas this is the highest possibility. Okay, and H will become H plus. That H plus will combine with OH minus to become HOH, that is H2O, water molecule, and we are getting corresponding double bonded molecule, that is 2 but 2E. Okay, so we are getting but 2En. So from our reaction mechanism explanation, we got a but 2En. This was not explained now. It was explained in 1875 itself by a great scientist, Professor Alexander Zaitsev, was a Russian chemist. So he formulated a rule known as Zaitsev's rule, or also known as Zaitsev's rule. Okay, Zaitsev and Zaitsev. Okay, very interesting words. So we call it as Zaitsev's rule or Zaitsev rule. It stated that in dehydrohalogenation reaction, the preferred product is that alkene which has the greater number of alkyl groups attached to the doubly bonded carbon atom. Okay, it's clear. In dehydrohalogenation reaction, the preferred product is that alkene which has the greater number of alkyl group attached to the doubly bonded carbon atom. Okay, so here this is the alkene which has got more alkyl group connected to the doubly bonded carbon atom. Okay, so one methyl group is on the right side and methyl group is on the left side. To the doubly bonded carbon atom they are connected, whereas the second product, it has got only one alkyl group connected to the doubly bonded carbon atom. Therefore 80% but2ene is formed, 80% or 81 percentage, and 20 percentage or 19 percentage of but1ene is formed. That is 6 substrate. So thank you very much for watching my video. Please do subscribe my channel and support me. Thank you very much once again and have a nice day.